We have the clear sky for now, and that of course has allowed our temperatures to cool down as much as possible. So at this point in the day, west one being down to 34 degrees has been the coolest we have gotten to. Once again, at this point, it's usually not until after 6 that we can see the real big drop off. But the bus stop this morning, pretty standard. Upper 30s, looking at around 60, so no real change for us except for the wind being out of the southeast. But even that won't change a whole lot of how it feels outside. We will have a fair amount of cloud cover, but it's still going to allow us to warm up to around 60, and that's after we have like Fort Dodge down to 29, Ames down to 30, even Carroll's down to 30 as well. Somewhat getting down below freezing, but we also have that freeze warning for the eastern side of the state. Now the wind is very calm. We don't have much except down towards the west and southwest where we're seeing that cloud base settle in a little earlier. So an east to southeast wind. Only seeing this pick up this afternoon after we get some good daytime heating. But the wind is not much of an issue for us at this point. We're not looking at that as having an impact. But this freeze warning is still with us until 9 a.m. It's for the extreme eastern sides of central Iowa and then, of course, all along the Mississippi River towards eastern Iowa. But we've seen that cold pool of air kind of drift from the northwest down through central Iowa, now off towards the eastern part and carrying over into Wisconsin and Illinois. But once that moves off, we're not looking at getting back down near the freezing line for at least a while. So cloud cover will slowly settle in this morning. We'll have some sunshine for the first couple of hours of the day, but this is truly just going to take over and give us that fall look that we all really know. Is, of course, don't want to call it gloomy, but that's essentially what it is. Upper 50s for this afternoon to right around 60. Friday Night Football looks to have a fairly good setup for that at the mild wind and cloud cover. Maybe not the most scenic setup, but we get to Saturday, and the last bit of that cutoff low pressure tries to send a boundary of rainfall our direction. Call it about a fifth of us see anything out of this, and we're probably not getting measurable rainfall from this at all. We get to Sunday, the sky opens up just a bit. That cutoff low is kind of moving off and phasing out, and a new low pressure and upper level system will be dropping in from the northwest, and that will trigger some rainfall for the start of next week on Monday into Tuesday. But for tonight, Friday Night Football looks pretty good. Of course, cloudy all night. Still fairly comfortable for at least the end of October, talking mid-50s. Southeast wind at 7 miles per hour isn't going to have any kind of major impacts on any games, but still cloudy, about the only thing you have to worry about. For the weekend, though, everything still looks pretty good. Once again, dodging some light rainfall for Saturday into Sunday. Mid-50s on Saturday as we stay very cloudy. Once again, Sunday opens things up. We'll get a little bit warmer, but look, our overnight temperatures already in the mid to upper 40s. So not a whole lot of movement in the temperatures in the afternoon, even with getting a little bit of sunshine. But at least our afternoons are holding a fairly seasonal setting. But you want to walk the dog today? Miss 30 would give you pretty much green paws across the board. We're looking at the morning time only having that one hesitation as a few spots are below freezing. But Miss 32-year-old Pitty at the main site, even wearing the bandana. She's ready for adoption. Get her home with you. Get something to snuggle with as we get a little further into fall. Now, by Monday and Tuesday, rain chances spread out a bit more. Still a little back and forth on rainfall amounts, but it does consistently hit around half an inch of total rainfall. But after that, we stay fairly seasonal, holding in the mid-50s.